any salt?
Salt.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I know it's a bit of a weird ask, but I don't have any salt. I'm running very, very low. And I'll be, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no salt.